This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? Visit gocurrency.com. And by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
It's a battle of familiar foes in southeast Nebraska for the second of our doubleheader here at Tri-County High School between Tri-County and Freeman. He's Andy Klassen. I'm Jake Bartecki back with you. Andy, these two have gotten quite familiar with each other. They're not far from one another. One's in Gage County, one's out here in an area that you got about 3 counties. But last year, let's talk about it, single-digit games between the two. Tri-County handed Freeman their only loss in the Mudecas tournament, and then Freeman got him here just a couple of days before. They're getting familiar with one another. How's that going to make things interesting here tonight?
Well, because they're both having another really good season this year. You mentioned Freeman only had one loss, went 29-1 last year. One of those losses was to Tri-County, and then they're able to edge the Trojans at home. You can believe Tri-County remembers that.
Yeah, and these two teams had good postseasons as well. Tri-County made it to the semifinal, came in 4th at state, and then, of course, Freeman won C2, and they're the defending state champions. Now, the big thing, though, 2 of the players that got those 2 to that point are gone. Carter Sims has moved on. Carter Ruse, on the other hand, is over at Doane now. Now, our key players tonight, part of the reason you talked about the success is they've filled in for those roles. Caden Bales for Tri-County especially filled in for Carter Sims since he's been gone, and now he's having a really good year as well with 17 a game.
Bales was a fantastic scorer last year. He's up that this year, averaging over 25 points, but he's also almost averaging a triple-double. 11 boards, 8 rebounds per game. Video game-like numbers from Mr. Bales.
And on the other side, one of the players that stepped into his own and really come out of his shell is Easton Buss. Carter Ruse, it's hard to replace a player like that, but I think with guys like Buss and Jennings, Freeman's doing as well as they can.
Buss is just fantastic. The way only a sophomore stepping into that point guard leading role, that filling a huge void, you can call it, or filling in some big shoes that are left by Mr. Ruse down the Doane now. He does a great job facilitating the basketball, passing, shooting, just an all-around really good player.
This has been a fun rivalry, and people around southeast Nebraska know all about it. People around the state are going to learn even more about it tonight. It's coming up on NCN.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
The first time I ever took prescription opioids is when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I think I was 16 years old. I must have gotten a 30-day script. I took them all in 3 days. I was stealing from people, buying substances on the street. I look back at that time with a lot of shame. That's not who I am. Opioid use disorder is not a moral failing.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
A partner in your everyday since 1975. Woodhouse.
Welcome back to DeWitt. It is Tri-County and Freeman on News Channel Nebraska tonight. The girls' game in the books, 39-35 Freeman wins. Freeman going for the sweep tonight in a matchup of two teams that made deep postseason runs. And let's tell you about the schools in our School Spotlight segment, brought to you in part by Currency. Tri-County High School, made up of the counties of Jefferson, Gage, and that should be Saline County, not Seward. DeWitt, 507, Plymouth, 363. And those are the two towns that make up those three counties. 154 is the enrollment for Tri-County, and of course, they are the Trojans. Just up the road off of Highway 77 in Adams is Freeman High School, 604 in Adams. They are in Gage County, 93 at the school, 43 boys, 50 girls, and they are the Falcons. We'll get a look at the starting lineups coming up right after this.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services. The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Welcome back to Tri-County as both teams are meeting the fans here in a healthy group that's made the trek to DeWitt tonight. Our starting lineups first for the Freeman Falcons, who are 7-3 on the season, 2-0 in district play. They are 39 winners over Southern in their last game out. Easton Buss will be the main guard here tonight. He'll play point guard, he'll play shooting guard. He's a sophomore, 5'10". Hudson Petrovsky's the junior. He'll bring the ball up the floor for most of the night. He's a defensive-minded guard. And then you've got Hayden Jennings, a senior, who's really taken over the long-range shooting duties. Obviously, he had those two big ones during the state tournament last year that kind of helped Freeman pull away in the state championship game. And then you've got a pair of sophomores in Owen Buss and Colby Mauler. For the Trojans, Caden Bales, Drew Sims, Dustin Katke, Braden Strofe, and Cam Reynolds. We talked about Caden Bales. He's a senior shooting guard, 6 foot, 165, third year on varsity, second as a starter, 2 games over 20 points in his career and one this season. That was a career high 24. Drew Sims, we talked about Carter Sims as well briefly.
Yeah.
That's the younger brother of Carter, who's taken over the point guard duties. Also the son of head coach Jeremy Sims, Dusty Kapke. Played quarterback for Tri-County in football this year, averaging over 8 points per game in his last 5. And then it's Braden Strofe. He was a wide receiver, so Kapke was throwing to Strofe. Maybe we'll throw to him a couple of points tonight as well. And then Cam Reynolds, the 6'4 senior, is the center. Another replacement piece for the longtime big man, Chris Jansen. Andy, final thoughts before we get ready for tip-off.
Get your popcorn ready. We're in for a good one here tonight. Both just fantastic teams. Tri-County currently ranked within the top 10, but the Freeman Falcons working on another really good season, 7-3. And Easton Buss, I was watching him play. We highlighted just a moment ago. He was draining 3 after 3 during warm-ups. It was unbelievable.
Cam Reynolds and Colby Mahler getting ready to do the honors here for our opening tip-off, and the 6'4 Reynolds wins the tip for Tri-County. And here is our first possession of the ball game. That's Drew Sims, stands at just 5'8", but boy, can he score. 12.4 points per game, second leading scorer in the game. And we've got a foul here early against Freeman. 16 seconds in.
Going to be on Owen Buss, and I like that early whistle. Tonight's officiating crew, Nathan Wagner, Troy Hayes, Jeff Brock. But that's sending a message like, guys, we're going to keep this clean. We're not going to allow this to get dirty and turning to like a rock fight or a shoving match.
Pass to the top of the key. Braden Strofe, the senior, passes off to Bales. Drew Sims drives, turns around, hook shot, no good, and the rebound for Mahler. Empty possession for Tri-County to start the game.
Well, I wouldn't call it an empty possession. That sky hook, you can't really defend it. That was a good look for Drew Sims, just didn't get the fall.
Hayden Jennings to the right side, picked up there by Buss. Mahler's left open on the right wing. Says why not, but misses the 3.
Yeah, that was just off. Not a bad look for both teams offensively. Shot's just not going down.
No score, a minute gone by here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Freeman up 1-0 in the doubleheader, a 39-35 win for the 9th-ranked Falcons girls team. And we've already got a substitution here as Trevor Reed, the junior, gets ready to check in here for Buss.
Yeah, Drew Sims doing a nice job taking the action to Owen Buss, initiating the contact, dribbling into him. That's where Buss really has to move his feet against that heady point guard.
That's 2 fouls for Owen Buss already. Offensive rebound missed by Bales. Mahler with his second rebound in as many defensive possessions. And now Freeman will look to score. Here's Hudson Vetrovsky, younger brother of a Freeman legend, Talon Vetrovsky, and flashes of his brother there. A spin move in the lane for 2 points.
And the hang time, Jake. He lost the handle, was still able to regather himself and get it to go with the left hand.
Top of the key with the basketball, Braden Strofe. Picked up by Easton Buss. Bales hands off to Drew Sims, and good defense down low. Not much open for Tri-County, but Strofe finds a lane and a baseline drive for somebody who doesn't score much, but he makes it 2-2 right there with a baseline bucket.
Excellent job seeing the crease in the defense going baseline.
There's a 3 off the mark, but Reed gathers up the rebound. Mahler tries again. That one off the back iron, and the rebound collected by Caden Bales. I think those are 3-point attempts Jim McLaughlin will live with.
Oh, for sure. I mean, everyone's got the green light that's pulling the trigger at this point in the game right now, and Mahler was left open. You could say Tri-County was fortunate. He was just off the mark.
Here's Caden Bales, who drives and kisses it off the backboard and in. 13 points per game, and he's given Freeman problems in the past, averaging 12 a game against the Falcons.
Yeah, just had that half step on the defender, good enough to get to the cup and lay it in.
Breaks the tie. It's 4-2, 5:19 to play in the first quarter. Here's Mahler, who got some space, and defense closes in with Reynolds preventing a bucket.
Yeah, I think Reynolds actually got a hand on it that time. Nice job staying disciplined, going straight up.
Ball to the corner to Drew Sims. Sims is guarded right now by Trevor Reed, who stands at 6'1". The height advantage is definitely in the favor of Reed after a miss there by Kapke.
Boy, and Reed doing a nice job getting right into transition.
Petrovsky for three, knocks it down, and Freeman takes the lead off a three-pointer by Hudson Petrovsky. He's got all 5 Falcons points here in the first quarter.
Yeah, quick 5, but that was all started by Reed getting in transition. That defense was kind of scrambling the whole way. Good on the Falcons finding Petrovsky for the open look.
5-4 the score. Turnover by Tri-County. Here's Petrovsky fakes and he's hit with a charge. Jim McLaughlin does not like that one, and 2 points is taken off the board.
And that was really Sims' only line of defense there, giving up a lot of size, 2-on-1. Posted up, though. Knew he was going to take on the contact. Did. Drew the charge.
4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's a 5-4 Freeman lead. And here's Petrovsky with a steal. He can do no wrong right now. And the pass to the corner to Jennings as Freeman sets up for Trevor Reed.
What a feed inside. You got to love the ball movement for the Falcons early on.
Trevor Reed with 2 points becomes the first Freeman scorer not named Hudson Petrovsky. As Reynolds in the corner. Went down to a double-team Strofe, and Reynolds to the rack, can't finish. Long pass up the floor and a turnover. And that is the second Freeman turnover of the ballgame. A timeout is called here by Jeremy Sims. 3:41 to play in the first quarter. We've got a good one, an exciting one, 7-4 in favor of the Falcons.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Welcome back to Tri-County, where it is a 7-4 lead in our first quarter, which is brought to you in part by John Henry's, our family serving yours. He's Andy Klassen. I'm Jake Bartecki. This pace is something to keep note of.
Yeah, I love it. Tri-County right now going with the slashing offense, allowing multiple players to kind of cut and find their own way to the rim. On the other side, Freeman Falcons. Boy, that ball movement, the passing, you got to love it. It looks like a pinball at times.
Drew Sims from downtown. Drew Sims from Adams knocks down a 3 to tie things up.
And the home crowd goes, Drew! You got to love it.
He has really come on as a player in his father's system. And here's a drive for Trevor Reed, who scores 2.
Trevor Reed has seen the court so well right now, whether it's the dribble drive he's just saw or passing the ball up the court in transition.
Top of the key, it's Sims who swings down to the corner. Reynolds dishes it back to Bales. Strofe will bypass the open 3 for a drive, and he can't finish.
Just lost the handle there. I like the inside-out look from Tri-County. Going to have a foul as Freeman, they're pushing the tempo once again. We're going to have a substitution. Dustin Kapke's going to re-enter the game. 6'2 senior for the hometown Trojans.
9-7 in favor of Tri-County off a 3-pointer by Drew Sims. Mahler swings to his right. That's where he finds Petrovsky. And into the game, Aiden Glanz, the junior.
Yeah, Sims put in some meaningful minutes in varsity last year, so no surprise he's stepping into a role this year. And Aiden Glanz for the Falcons, making his presence known, canning a triple.
Knocks down a 3. He's not great from long range, but he hits there, and it's now a 12-7 lead in favor of Freeman.
Bales was really working to get the ball there. Good on the Falcons, denying that pass to the leading scorer of the Tri-County Trojans.
Top of the key with the basketball, swing left 3. Sims off the mark. He was looking for a second one.
Petrovsky fighting for that board. Well done.
Pushing the tempo was Petrovsky, who kicks to bust for 3, and another offensive rebound by the Falcons, Andy.
Mahler, I thought he was going to get a steal there. Not giving up on the play.
I think they're going to catch Mahler with a foul there instead.
Yeah, and that was just tough. I mean, right look, right idea, but Mahler was trying to pass the ball, entered the ball back into the lane, going over the top of Reynolds. Reynolds is 6'4".
Yeah.
Not very many passers can get over top.
Reynolds is going to take a seat here, however, as Braden Strofe comes in. 1:33 to play in the first quarter, and it's a 5-point lead for the visiting Freeman Falcons, who would love to pick off their Southeast Nebraska rival, ranked and on the road. Here's Strofe, who got away from a defender, and a pass deflected out of bounds. Good job there by Vetrovsky to deflect that one, and it'll stay down at the other end with Tri-County.
Yeah, this really has turned into quite the rivalry here in Southeast Nebraska, and you can point to the two coaching staffs, the players, the community. Everything kind of came together the last few years here for Freeman and Tri-County.
Possibly a Mudecus semifinal matchup. A preview of it, that would be, and that would be the fourth year in a row we'd seen a Tri-County Freeman Mudecus semifinal, as we've got a whistle and a push-off foul here going to be called against Freeman, I believe, on Trevor Reed.
Yeah, and this is real good for the home team here, getting Drew Sims to the foul line, kind of slowing things down, as I felt like that frantic pace that Freeman was playing with was really serving them well on the offensive end.
Sims hits the free throw. Drew Sims, impressive to watch, Andy.
Yeah, and he gained a lot of experience last year, playing at times, meaningful minutes, as we mentioned. Now he kind of had to step into this starting role. And, boy, he's not just a point guard. As we've already seen, he can score.
Here's Buss, spot up three, and the foul for Easton Buss. He's so dangerous everywhere he is on the floor. And we talked about filling in for somebody like Carter Ruse. That looked a lot like last year with Ruse on a three-pointer.
Yeah, the early penetration for Verchowski, and then the kick out. No hesitation from Easton Buss, and Bales just a little too hard on the closeout, a little late.
Free throw no good, and the rebound chased down. Our first quarter has been brought to you in part by John Henry's, our family serving yours. And we're in the final minute of it here, and Tri-County is in the bonus. Braden Strofe dribbles inside the three-point line and kicks back up top to Bales.
Nice pass.
Beautiful pass, as Andy alluded to Taden Gronemeyer, the 6'3 senior off the bench. And just like that, Tri-County back within 4.
Boy, right on time. Beautiful cut there to the rim from Gronemeyer.
Bust to the top of the key. Ball into the hands of Mahler. And back left to Vetrovsky. Trevor Reed finds a Vetrovsky that escaped the defense with just 4 seconds to play in the quarter. Bales will heave one. It has the distance, and he nearly knocked it down as the horn sounds on the first quarter. 17-11 in favor of Freeman. 8 minutes down, 24 to go. We'll be back.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket, or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Mike Holtmeyer, your Pioneer Seed Wrap with Sunland Seed of Beatrice, and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on X for our full TV broadcast schedule.
A 6-point lead for Freeman at the end of the first quarter, 17-11. Andy Klassen, an exciting game, and it's almost been a little bit of a chess match of who can outsmart the other. What have you thought?
Yeah, to close out the quarter there, great recognition there for Freeman, understanding they had the mismatch. Verchowski, has a height advantage over Sims. As soon as they saw that, they reset the offense and got something where it was just going to be one-on-one down low, just threw a high pass and let Hudson Verchowski do the rest to close it out and style, widening that lead 17-11.
Ball to the top of the key as Freeman starts with the possession in the second quarter. 7 points from Hudson Vetrovsky, leads all scorers. Here's a three. Bus knocked one down earlier, drew the foul. Misses here, but an offensive rebound for the Falcons.
Tri-County moving to a 2-3 zone. How do you cover up a mismatch that you have? Move to a zone defense. Leave your guards on the perimeter. Get your bigs down around the rim.
Mahler at the extended block, and it's the Bus boys at the top of the key. Here's Jennings for three, and Hayden Jennings knocks it down. Freeman fans are very familiar with his range, as his three-point shooting helped the Falcons pull away in the championship game last year against Amherst, and it's helping them pull away a little bit here in the first half.
Yeah, if Tri-County has to move to this zone defense, they're really going to have to be aware of that zone, or the perimeter is Drew Sims just under control, giving up some size, using that left hand in his body to shield the defender away. But here it goes again, the 2-3 zone. They got to move their feet. They got to know where the perimeter shooters are at all times.
Mahler has his pass deflected out of bounds by Drew Sims, who with that bucket on the other end just a moment ago ties the scoring lead. He has 7, and Hudson Vetrovsky has 7 as well. Today's game is brought to you in part by Zollner Lincoln Ford of Beatrice. 6:36 to play in the first half, and it's a 7-point lead for the visiting Falcons.
Trojans move back in that man-to-man defense, trying to throw a different look here at the Falcons, as they were looking like they were getting comfortable in that zone.
Ball to the corner. That's where it's picked up by Bus. Mahler looking underneath for Easton Bus, and he threw it out of bounds for the third turnover of the ball game for Jim McLaughlin's Falcons.
I like the extra pass, I really do. It's just that Easton Bus wasn't ready for it down on the baseline. Kind of an odd spot to receive a ball for if you were the guard.
2 minutes gone by in the second quarter, a 7-point lead, and it doesn't get easier than that. Dusty Kapke towing the baseline for an easy two.
Just watch how the Trojans move without the basketball. That's how they get so many good looks, slashing their way to the rim, the movement away from the ball.
Vetrovsky head faked on the three and missed the shot, and there was no foul on the layup attempt, and now the ball goes out of bounds off a Tri-County turnover.
Boy, Kapke made a heck of a play with the help defense. Looks like he's a little shook up, asking for a substitution. But, boy, he made the play on the backside of the defense there. I think he got a partial block on that last attempt from the Falcons.
Hey, man, it's Freeman Tri-County. These things get physical, as people know all too well. Top of the key, Easton Bus, guarded by Drew Sims. That's a matchup to watch as well. And we've got a foul off ball on Bus here. Bus is confused at what the call was, and that's on Easton. And Jim McLaughlin giving the official a bit of an earful.
Yeah, Easton Bus was saying, well, where am I supposed to go? How's that a foul? You know, I was just continuing my drive, just a little too hard through one of the defenders of Tri-County.
And Jim McLaughlin still having words with the official on the other end in the corner down there. And now he said, watch yourself, as now Cam Reynolds drives. And while all that's going down, Reynolds gets an and one.
See, and that's once again, Jake, the movement away from the basketball. Good timeout here from head coach McLaughlin. Settle things down for the Falcons. But you had Cam Reynolds just slashing down the center of the lane, and the pass, catching him right in that open window, allowing him to receive it cleanly and then elevate it over the entire defense.
The second foul on Hudson Vetrovsky. Free throws to come as Freeman leads by 3. We'll be back.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Mike Holtmeyer, your Pioneer Seed Wrap with Sunland Seed of Beatrice, and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on X for our full TV broadcast schedule.
Welcome back to Tri-County High School. 20-17 the score, and a free throw to come for Cam Reynolds to try and pull this within 2, and he completes the three-point play.
Yeah, just a fantastic job. Tri-County working the ball around, finding the open man, slashing towards the rim on the other end. The Falcons trying to different ways to penetrate this man-to-man defense. So they're having their way against the zone, forcing Tri-County to kind of move back into this man-to-man.
20-18 the score. Back and forth first half here in southeast Nebraska. Dish off and a layup off the mark, no good, but a foul is called here against Tri-County. And this will send Hudson Vetrovsky to the line, and that foul is on Caden Bales, his second.
Yeah, it's just really tough when you have 5'11" Colby Mahler getting his way to the rim, then finding Hudson Vetrovsky also cutting on the other side of the lane. Good job. Look at this initial drive. Nice little dump off to the middle of the lane. You had 3 Tri-County defenders. Couldn't slow down Hudson Vetrovsky.
Vetrovsky looking to go 3 for 3 at the line tonight, and he will not, as second one doesn't fall. He's got 8 points in the ball game, 21-18 in favor of of Freeman. Drew Sims passes left side to Braden Strofe. Back to Caden Bales. Good to see him back in the game. As you mentioned, Andy, he went to the bench, Gimpy, and Tri-County turns it over. Here come the Falcons.
Yeah, Mahler was ready for that entry pass.
And he drives instead, gets his own rebound, out to Reed for 3, in and out. And the rebound picked up on the fly by Tri-County.
Not too many times Freeman Falcons get a second look and they don't make you pay. In and out. Tri-County's got to feel pretty fortunate allowing an offensive rebound and not turning into points for the Falcons.
Freeman 3 of 8 from long range. Tri-County 1 of 2. And if you remember Mudecas last season, the semifinal, Freeman went 3 of 33 from long range in that one, which definitely contributed to their only loss of the season, as we've got a whistle and a foul here. A foul charge to Hayden Jennings, that's his first. Our second quarter is brought to you in part by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet in Lincoln. Reynolds takes a seat, and Taden Gronemeyer comes back in for Jeremy Sims.
Gronemeyer's done some good things for the Trojans. Already's recorded a rebound.
He's got a bucket as well. Had scored late in the first quarter. And now a pass to the corner and a foul off ball here called by the far side official, and it's again on Hayden Jennings. So foul trouble starting to brew here for Freeman. Jennings with 2, Vetrovsky with 2.
Yeah, and Jennings didn't argue the call whatsoever. He was kind of shoving his way around down underneath the rim. He might be giving up a little bit of size to Dusty Kapke, trying to get position.
And we've got a whistle and a jump ball called on the jump there by Caden Bales. I think the Freeman fans wanted to travel.
Yeah, well, both fan bases. Tri-County wanted a foul. Freeman wanted a travel.
And they get the jump ball.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Right. Same type of play, just a little further out for Caden Bales, who spins in the lane out to Sims. Sims will drive and get a good look.
Wow.
Follows his own rebound, but he ran out of bounds with it and turns it over. Good hustle there by Drew Sims, however.
Yeah, not a bad take. It just kind of felt like Tri-County was out of rhythm offensively. And when that happens, you need a scorer like Drew Sims to step up and kind of take control.
3:13 to go until halftime, and stick around at halftime for our halftime show, which will include highlights, analysis, and more. Our halftime highlights will be brought to you in part by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. Drew Sims hits the deck hard on the possession here for Freeman. We'll have a whistle and a foul called against the...
I think they're going to get Strofe.
They're going to get Strofe indeed, Andy, and I don't think he liked the call either, but Strofe is hit with his first foul. Seeing a lot of fouling now in this second quarter, much more than the first.
Well, the physicality has been churned up here. Strofe was trying to fight through a screen beyond the perimeter. Yeah, you don't like to see a foul committed 30 feet away from the rim, but that's what happened.
The inbound to Buss. Mahler at the top of the key. And Vetrovsky drives in the lane, turns around, and traveled with it.
Yeah, you only get one pivot foot there, Jake. But even on that drive there, Vetrovsky cutting across the lane with his left hand, Braden Strofe, he came down hard with his right hand, swatting at that ball. He could have picked up his second foul right there.
I think Freeman would take the travel over a second foul and have to be 3 players with 2 fouls. Ball to the top of the key. Bales dribbles over to Kapke, who goes to Strofe. And he throws down to Bales. Defensive breakdown, and Bales slips behind his defender for 2 points. He's got 4.
Yeah, Tri-County's so good at slashing to the rim, and credit the guards finding these guys.
And there's Vetrovsky for the answer, and he's into double figures with 10.
Boy, the junior's been offensive-minded from the tip-off.
We have not seen a tied or Tri-County-led ball game in the second quarter. It's been all Freeman, but Tri-County right there trying to avoid a loss to an unranked team at home.
Nice
Here's Bales, who drives and scores with the and one. Jim McLaughlin was looking for the travel, but Bales parts the seas and gets 2 points with a chance to tie the game.
Yeah, just so many things happening for Tri-County. You have so many prolific scorers. You mentioned Drew Sims and Caden Bales. Don't sleep on the senior. Dustin Kapke just kind of continued his drive and curled it around after he cut across the lane.
And Kapke misses the free throw. That's the first miss at the line tonight for Tri-County. So the game remains a 1-point affair. Colby Mahler thought about the 3, instead takes a tough drive, hangs on the rim. He gets his own rebound and gets fouled.
He is just a warrior out there, and that's a great decision. You mentioned, he missed 2 threes earlier, got the pump fake, got the defender in the air, drove in there, and ripped down his 5th rebound of the game. Good for another offensive board and gets him to the foul line.
Mahler's first free throw off the mark, no good. Stick around at halftime for our halftime show. As we mentioned, we'll have lots of highlights and analysis and maybe a look at some scores around the state. Our halftime brought to you in part by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. And an 0-for-2 trip to the line for Mahler, who still is scoreless in the ball game tonight. And now they're going to catch. Did they catch Buss for a foul there? They nearly did.
No, but Buss was saying he knocked it off his Strofe. He can't believe they didn't get the possession back.
I saw him coming up the floor looking a little agitated and surprised, the feeling that everybody has at a basketball game, and there's a nice bucket by Caden Bales.
Left side of the lane, soft with the right hand. You see him elevate, accelerate, unbelievable. Caden Bales with a tie to the rim.
That's Tri-County's first lead of the second quarter. He has 6 in the ball game, and now they're going to catch Strofe for another foul here, Andy. That's his second.
Yeah, and really, well beyond the three-point line, committing another foul pretty far away from the rim.
Easton Buss to inbound here for Freeman. Reed bounces it down to Colby Mahler, who hands off to Vetrovsky. Reed top of the key. Mahler looking for a 3. It took 3 attempts, but he finally knocks one down to give Freeman the lead back.
Looked like he just kind of backed that one out a little further away, gave himself some space to work with as a shooter.
Inside a minute to go till halftime, a 2-point lead. Here's Reynolds.
Ooh.
Before the play, we've got a whistle and a foul, blocking foul called on Freeman. They're going to catch Trevor Reed.
Freeman wanted the charge call, obviously, but not much of an argument put up there from Trevor Reed. May have been moving his feet, and he was kind of underneath the rim there.
Yeah. And there was a lot of unhappy faces on the Freeman side there.
Well, you see it a lot of times. Tri-County got a charge call earlier. Get a look at it there. And, yeah, he was moving pretty good. Only his second foul, though, so he's going to take a seat. Coaching staff wise, protecting the young man, not pick up a cheap third foul here with under a minute to go in the first half.
Free throw on its way. 0-for-2 goes Dusty Kapke.
Boy, Vetrovsky just ripped down his 4th rebound. I know it was off of free throw attempt, but they all count the same. He's really filling up the stat sheet here tonight.
Vetrovsky's one of the do-it-all players that Jim McLaughlin has come to be able to craft here in Adams, where he's been very successful as of late. Drew Juergens is in the ball game for the first time tonight, as Andy mentioned, taking out Trevor Reed. Top of the key, Vetrovsky with 13 seconds here at the half. Vetrovsky hands off to Jennings, top of the key. Goes right side. Jennings, spot up three, off the mark, too strong. Rebound picked up by Juergens. Him and Mahler hit the deck, and the horn sounds on the heave to end the first half. Well, Freeman leads by just two, 26-24. Kind of a contrasting of styles here, Andy. Freeman's taking a lot of threes, trying to get the shooting going. Tri-County's trying to hammer it inside. It's going to be a question of which one works better in the second half.
Yeah, I really like what Tri-County was doing there offensively. Multiple guys slashing to the rim at times, and credit the guards, whether it was Caden Bales, Drew Sims, even Kapke was getting in on distributing and collecting those assists. And you got to mention Braden Strauff doing a really nice job from his point guard, shooting guard position, finding those slashers. And then Freeman Falcons, what can you say? I mean, Hudson Vetrovsky running the court, seeing the court so well, and Colby Mahler. I know he doesn't have the softest of shots, but his can-do attitude and just the way he's a grinder, he's really kept pace here, or set the pace for the Freeman Falcons.
It's been an exciting one, no doubt about it. Everything I think anyone would have thought this game would be, 26-24 at the half. Our halftime show is coming up.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. And we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
A partner in your everyday since 1975. Woodhouse.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to NebraskaOrtho.com. That's NebraskaOrtho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
(26-24) the score, with Freeman out front by 2 at the half. Jake Bartecki and Andy Klassen welcoming you into our Columbus Community Hospital halftime show. Andy, we kind of said it going into break. We like what Tri-County's doing, trying to work the ball inside.
Right.
Freeman's doing well with what they're trying to do as well. It's a little different, though. They want to maybe shoot the lights out of the building to pull away.
Well, and maybe they have a couple more shooters, but I think you got to look at the spacing they're playing with on offense, doing a really nice job working the ball around, multiple passes, and what that does is it opens up space for these shooters. At that one point in time, they're really got into an offensive flow, kind of tearing up Tri-County, their man-to-man defense. Tri-County tried to go zone, and it was more of the same. Falcons really picking them apart, really finding some wide open space for those lethal three-point shooters, forcing Tri-County to go back to man-to-man, and then that defense kind of held up, allowed them to close the gap here and pull within 2.
Really been impressive performance by Hudson Vetrovsky, 10 points in the ball game, and he's doing it at all levels. He's scoring in the mid-range, he's hit a couple of threes, and he's scoring down low. He also just knows how to break off of his assignment and get behind the defense, and he's done that a couple of times and created mismatches.
He also does that on the defensive end. He'll come off his man to create a turnover or get in a passing lane and take away the number one option that the Trojans were looking to. Just a very smart player, high basketball IQ, and Vetrovsky's also ripped down 4 rebounds. So you mentioned doing a little bit of everything. Yes, he's a 3-level scorer. We all know about that. But he's not afraid to do the dirty work and get his nose dirty as well. One of the leading rebounders for the Freeman Falcons.
Freeman leads it by 2, 26-24. Neither team has been great at the free throw line, Andy. 2 of 5, 3 of 6, but three-point shooting's been pretty interesting tonight. A combined 5 of 14 from long range. Not a bad number.
No, not at all, and it's really a strength for both of these teams. I mean, if Drew Sims can kind of open himself up, I think he could shoot the lights out of the building at any given time. It's just that a lot of times he is the point guard that's really facilitating, kick-starting the offense. We've seen him utilize his dribble drive a couple of times, but what ends up happening is he's not able to kind of spot up and find his spots as a shooter because he's the one facilitating, passing the ball around.
2-point lead for the Falcons. Let's take a look at how we got here with our halftime highlights, brought to you in part by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Here's Hudson Vetrovsky in the middle of the lane. Spin move to get to a spot, look like his older brother there, Andy.
Yep, and there he follows it up with a triple. Even lost a handle there, but kept his cool, had the hang time to finish that first shot.
Drew Sims, we talked about him, 7 points tonight, and he looks like his brother right there, Carter, who knocks one down deep. And then off the bench, how about this? Somebody who doesn't see a ton of time makes a big impact. Aiden Glanz provides size and length off the bench. And how about this? Easton Buss, that is, knocks down the 3. Didn't make the free throw, but it was a 4-point play. And then another bench player gets an impact. Tayden Gronemeyer on the baseline. Good move, found some open space, and then down low with the basketball. Hudson Vetrovsky, that's how we talked about it, Andy. Got where he needed to be, recognized the mismatch, beat the man to his spot. And then Hayden Jennings, Freeman fans have seen this before, knocks down a right wing 3.
Yeah, and that three-pointer came to when they moved that zone, and nice job of moving the ball around and finding threes. And then we mentioned it, Colby Mahler missed a couple early on, but backed himself up a little bit further behind the line, drained it.
Just a couple moments away from starting the second half here at Tri-County. We'll step aside and we come back. Stats and final thoughts before the final 16 minutes.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
(26-24) the score at the break as we're about ready to start the second half. Stats in the first half: first for Freeman, 4 of 11 from long range, 2 of 5 at the free throw line, and they committed 4 first half turnovers. The scoring breakdown for the Falcons: 3 points for Easton Buss, a game high 10 for Hudson Vetrovsky, 3 for Hayden Jennings, 3 for Aiden Glanz, another 3 for Colby Mahler, and 4 for Trevor Reed. For Tri-County, they had 5 first half turnovers, 3 of 6 at the line, 1 of 3 from downtown, and the only 3 was knocked down by Drew Sims, who has himself 7 points and a team high, 6 for Caden Bales, 4 for Dustin Kapke, 2 each for Strauff and Caden Gronemeyer, and then 3 points for Cam Reynolds. Jake Bartecki, Andy Klassen. It's been an exciting one, Andy, and I think it's going to be more of the same here for the final 16 minutes.
I think you're onto something. I think you're right. Tri-County coming into 2-3 zone to start things off here.
Freeman starts with the basketball. Buss at the top of the key. Easton Buss, 3 first half points, and they all came on a three-pointer. He swings to the corner. Ball dropped down inside and knocked out of bounds as the Buss brothers played catch at the left side.
Yeah, see, and that was a really nice poke away from Cam Reynolds, playing with the anticipation, not just trailing the ball, trailing the passes, because Freeman's so good at working that ball around. That time, Reynolds not allowing it to get inside.
Freeman averages 42 points per game. They're at 26 right now, so they're a little beyond, actually a lot beyond where they normally would be at the half. Scoring efficiently here on the road. Buss dribbles to his left and passes off to his brother. Cross court to Hayden Jennings. Mahler to his left to Owen Buss. And a whistle and a foul here. They might catch Strofe. If it is his third. It's not going to be against Strofe. They catch Drew Sims. Both were right on the area playing the ball, and that's a break for Tri-County because for Sims, that's just his first.
Yeah, Vetrovsky wasn't even really expecting that ball. We have a quick look, and Mahler with another board. Just relentless working the glass.
And he drew a foul from Cam Reynolds as well, so that is his second. That's 2 free throws here for Colby Mahler, who had 3 points in the ballgame. There you see Reynolds go for the block, and there might have been a case there for Cam Reynolds.
Well, Reynolds might have got him the shot before, and also the body may have gotten into Mahler, and his shooting woes continue from the foul line.
Yeah, Freeman as a team just 2 of 6. We talked about that at halftime. That could be a factor down the stretch, but Mahler connects on the second. Caden Bales brings the ball up the floor. He's playing with 2 fouls and has 6 points on the night. And that's an easy call for the official right in front of him. Braden Strofe knocks down Buss with the screen, and that's a foul and a turnover. 3 fouls in the ball game now for Strofe.
And that's going to bring in the senior Taden Gronemeyer. Seen good things from him, but yes, you want to set a hard screen. You want to get your guy open, but you can't lower your shoulder and actively move into a guy like Strofe did that last occasion.
Buss to his right. That's where he finds Hudson Vetrovsky. Vetrovsky with a little battle scar on his nose there, Andy.
That happened on that entry pass where he collected that foul.
We said it a couple times, this game can get physical, especially when it's Freeman Tri-County. Vetrovsky splits the defenders and had a nice layup. Didn't get the shot to fall, goes out of bounds. 6:28 to play in the third, and it's a 3-point lead for Freeman. Our third quarter tonight is brought to you in part by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of your pain, not just the symptoms. To the corner, it's back with Caden Bales. Tri-County's leading scorer, 13 points per game. Bales double teamed along the baseline, and Mahler comes up with a steal for the Falcons.
Mahler took away baseline. That's great defense.
Hayden Jennings, not much room in the corner. The pass pulled him out of bounds, and he misses the three. And the rebound brought up the floor by Gronemeyer. Glens dishes one down to Bales, who just misses the jump shot, but he gets the rebound. Sims steps out of a three, and they're going to catch a foul here on Buss. He reached in from behind on the play.
Well, I think if you're a Freeman fan, you're happy with the foul because Drew found his buddy down low for an easy look, but the foul had been made and called. As you get a good look at Jim McLaughlin there on the sideline. There's the open look I was talking about.
That's the third foul of the ball game for Owen Buss. The inbound to Cam Reynolds in the corner. Drops one down to Bales, and there's another foul here on the Falcons. And this is against Hudson Vetrovsky, and Vetrovsky now has three. So the foul situation now for Freeman: Vetrovsky with three, Buss with three, and Jennings with a pair.
Yeah, we're not even at the midway mark yet of this third period, and they're only 2 fouls away from the bonus.
Yeah, Tri-County played much of the first half in the bonus, and they still trail, however, 27-24 as we're in the second half. Sims drives, and we've got a foul here against Tri-County.
I like that call. You know, both teams are trying to shove each other around, and the official is saying, clean it up, fellas, or we're going to keep blowing the whistle.
So now it's the same situation for Tri-County. Bales and Strofe with 3 fouls, Reynolds with 2. So both teams now have 2 players with 3 and one with 2.
Yep.
Up top, Jennings with the basketball, bounces it down to Buss, who didn't have the angle. Might have gotten blocked there by Sims because that hit the padding of the backboard.
Yeah, I think Sims in his recovery defense able to get a hand in there.
Now he's trying to score on Buss as well. Buss shuts him off, and the pass to the corner where it's picked up by Caden Bales. Reynolds has the ball bounce off his hands. True Jurgens in transition for Freeman. Turns around and goes up to Buss.
Reed came away right over for the help defense, the double team, and came away with it.
Reed will drive. Got rejected, and did he step out of bounds?
The 3-second call here.
So a turnover there by Freeman, their 5th of the game.
Yeah, just kind of an awkward possession after Reed got tied up, driving to the hoop, but got it back. But you had a guy camping out down there for the Freeman Falcons.
Ball brought up the floor. It's Strofe to the corner. Bales up top, drops it down to Reynolds. Reynolds tried to flip it back up top, and a 5th steal of the game for one of the Buss brothers, and he throws it to Jennings underneath in transition, and now we've got a whistle and a call. The officials are going to get together here, Andy. What's the call? Oh, they're going to call a foul here against Taden Gronemeyer.
They saying on the floor?
Yeah,
is there
they
a
also called something on Hayden Jennings as well.
Well, Easton Buss did a fantastic job defending that kick-out pass, working the ball up the court, and then a nice little bounce pass feed inside to finish off the play. Easton Buss doing everything that last possession.
Well, the bucket counted for Hayden Jennings, and now he's taking technical free throws as well. Things are getting chippy out there, Andy Klassen.
You could say so, because now on the other side, Drew Sims is going to take a couple technical free throws.
Sims at the line this season, 10 of 11, so he's been really efficient, making 11 of 12.
Yeah, this officiating crew has been trying to send a message to both of these squads, like, settle down, guys. We need to keep it clean. We want to keep this a basketball game, not a shoving contest, not a rock fight.
Timeout called by Jeremy Sims. We'll find out where the possession goes after this. 4:13 to play third quarter. A 3-point, 29-26 lead for the Falcons. Things getting interesting here in DeWitt.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Welcome back to DeWitt, where it is a 29-26 lead in favor of Freeman. Tri-County's going to get the basketball after offsetting technical fouls. Didn't make a difference in the score, but both teams shot free throws.
And just the physical nature of this game. Once again, Bales finding his buddy Gronemeyer cutting to the rim. It's that initial penetration from Caden Bales that kickstarts that whole sequence.
Makes it a 1-point game. Ball brought up the floor by Vetrovsky, who drives. And we've got a whistle and a foul underneath by Tri-County. 3:50 to go. And this foul charged to Drew Sims.
And the physicality that both teams are playing with right now is really taking a toll on the offensive scoring here as both teams trying to work their way into the 30-point range. Both two really good scoring teams kind of stalling out a little bit here, but I think you got to point to the defense in this third period.
Petrovsky connects on the free throw there. So he's having himself a nice little night. Here we get another look at it.
Yeah, had to play through a lot of contact there.
And now we've got a conversation between the officials and the scorers table. Give us a chance to say tonight's game brought to you in part by Zollner Lincoln Ford of Beatrice. I think it was a timing issue. Second one's on its way, no good. 31-28. Freeman with the lead. Tri-County sticking around in this one. We've had two good ones tonight on NCN. If you're just joining us, the girls' game in this doubleheader, a 4-point win for Freeman as now Colby Mahler with a big-time deflection knocks it out of bounds.
Understanding that he had help defense behind him, so he was able to ball guard the entry pass. Nearly came with it, swatting it out of bounds.
Now the inbound by Braden Stroth. Throws it all the way backwards where it's picked up by Bales. Chest pass to his left to Drew Sims. Left side, Buss.
Motion offense, just working the ball back and forth across the court.
This is Easton Buss this is Caden Bales with it again.
This puts a lot of pressure on the defense. They got to communicate, or continue to communicate through a long possession.
Underneath, Kapke had positioning and got fouled.
And just like that, did you see that? How they widened out the court and allowed one guy, Kapke, to work in the middle and found him.
And Trevor Reed hit with the foul there.
And that right there is why Bales averages 4 assists per game. His passing is just phenomenal, especially when he's out beyond the perimeter.
Missed free throw there. And Andy, you see on the scoreboard here, Freeman's in the bonus right now. And Tri-County was the team that played in the bonus for most of the first half. Something they're not going to be used to here in the second.
No, but the next foul will put Tri-County in the bonus as well, as we have 5 to 4 fouls in a kind of a physical third quarter here at Tri-County High School.
Physical and chippy. 4 of 9 is Tri-County at the line now as Kapke misses both free throws. Mahler in the corner, hands off to Easton Buss. Right side. Buss for 3, knocks it down. Just his second make of the night, and they both come from the right wing three-point line, and it's a 5th triple connected on by Freeman. It's 34-28.
Boy, and he really backed that one out there. Defense sagging in just a little bit, not much, but enough for Buss to can another 3.
Feels like this is a possession where if you're Tri-County, you really need points. Sims has points. He knocks down the 3.
right in front of Easton Bus as well, and the home crowd. You heard a loud roar after the ball went through the nylon.
Sims has 12 points. He's at his season average and his average over his last 5 as well. And that stretch, 12 points, rebound and a half, and 3 assists per game. Ball to the right. Mahler drives. Lays one up, missed it, and the rebound collected and chased down. Wow. Here's Bales, who drives, missed the layup.
Under control, really quick first move there, just didn't get it to go, a little heavy off the glass.
Turnaround and a travel. Hudson Vetrovsky turns it over. Freeman with their 6th turnover of the ball game, their 3rd of the second half.
Yeah, and that's the second time he's got caught up with that pivot foot, dragging it a little bit, warranting the whistle.
Inbound to Drew Sims. Swings it left. Ball down to the extended block. Strove top of the key. Mahler's taking up a lot of space down low for Freeman. Strove to his left side to Drew Sims. Sims takes another long 3, too strong, and up and over the back it goes.
Quick trigger, but not a bad look. I think if you're a Trojan fan, you like seeing Drew Sims take another 3-point attempt.
Hudson Vetrovsky brings the ball up across half court. Half a minute to play in the 3rd quarter in what's been an exciting, close game, but one that Freeman's controlled for much of the night.
Yeah, but they haven't had a lot of breathing room. They definitely haven't been feeling good about their lead. Happy to have it.
And this is chased down over the back. A turnover there for Freeman. Their 7th turnover of the game. Scoring's been dead even in the second half. 7 points apiece. Inbound by Strove to Bales at the free throw line. 10 seconds. Final play of the 3rd quarter. Bales pulls a 3 and knocks it down to tie the game at the end of the 3rd. And a heave off the backboard, no good by Freeman. And we are dead locked at 34. Heading to the 4th quarter. It's everything we would have expected and hoped. Freeman, Tri-County, 34 all. Final 8 minutes are next.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
$34 is the score in a deadlocked tie game headed to the 4th quarter, and Tri-County trying to pick up their first lead since late in the 2nd quarter. They tied it on the Caden Bales 3. Here's Braden Strove. That one off the mark, no good. And Kapke is going to be fouled underneath by Vetrovsky, and that is number 4.
Oh, and Vetrovsky's telling his coach, don't sub me out. I'm good. No. Head coach Jim McLaughlin's going to not risk it.
Need him late.
Yeah, exactly.
So he'll take a seat. Trevor Reed, that is, checks in. Strofe the inbound. Both original starting fives were on the floor to start the fourth quarter. And a drive and a step out of bounds. But before that, a foul again on Freeman. A lot of fouling by the Falcons here in the second half. And that one is charged to Owen Buss. That's his fourth.
Yeah, I mean, the physical, game continues, and both of these teams really like to get after it defensively. So no surprise that that's a style we're going to probably end up seeing throughout the rest of the way here.
Cam Reynolds, top of the key to Strofe. Drew Sims, a sophomore. If you ask Coach Jeremy Sims, also his dad, he plays a lot like a senior. Strofe with the basketball. 2 dribbles and a pass to his right. And Reynolds with the outlet to Bales. Strofe for the corner 3, too strong, and another offensive rebound collected by the Trojans, their third of this possession.
Strofe is not off by much. He's wanting that 3-point shot, and his buddies are finding him.
And Mahler hit with a foul there. That's his second. Our fourth quarter tonight brought to you in part by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at golincoln.org. Long inbound pass. Bales is able to chase it down. Nobody touched it, so it's fair game to pick it up on that side of the floor. Bales bounces it down to Reynolds. Left side to Strofe. Long possession here by the Trojans. They've had it for the entire fourth quarter. It's been a minute and a half. Now the ball's on the ground. Possession arrow. It's on our side here, but it looks like it's going the other way to Freeman.
Yeah, and you know exactly what the Trojans are trying to do. Methodically work it into their bigs. Reynolds, Kapke, those big fellas down low, but credit the Freeman Falcons. Getting an extra defender down there. Good communication. Not allowing the bigs to just take over for the Trojans.
Mahler to Buss on the first possession of the fourth quarter for the 7-3 Freeman Falcons. Buss with the basketball, drives, scores.
That's a big take there for Owen Buss, and this is a critical stretch here with Hudson, Petrosky in foul trouble. Can the Freeman Falcons consistently find offense? Yes, Owen Buss on the right side drive.
It's his first bucket of the ball game, and it breaks the tie to start the scoring in the fourth quarter. 36-34, Owen Buss gives Freeman the lead.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
(36-34) the score after the timeout called by Jeremy Sims, as Freeman and Tri-County go back and forth. I'm Jake Bartecki, Andy Klassen with me here in DeWitt, and the ball knocked out of bounds.
Hayden Jennings saw that play run one too many times, was out in front of it, swatting that away before the feed could get down low.
Braden Strofe, the wide receiver in football, inbounds to Bales. Bales splits the defenders, gets to the lane, and he left it short. And now Owen Buss comes up the floor, a little gimpy for Freeman. He's back down the other way, and he traveled.
Yep.
8 turnovers.
Owen Buss was initially, I think, going to try to work the ball left with a pass, but then saw that lane open up, couldn't pass it up, but he'd already moved his feet.
Hayden Glanz.
There's head coach Jim McLaughlin.
Yeah, I was having a word with him about something. I wonder if he's coming in here soon.
It's got to be soon.
Everybody in foul trouble for Freeman, really, except for Colby Mahler that's on the floor. And here's a drive. Strofe scores and ties the game.
Strofe has come up big in key moments offensively. That time going right at Mahler, one of the better defenders for the Falcons.
Buss with the basketball. You almost wonder if they gave him that lane because everybody except Mahler is playing with at least 3 fouls.
Right.
Jennings to his right. Buss, 3. And Freeman breaks the tie in a big way.
Time and time again, that has been the back-breaking play for the Falcons, finding a shooter on the perimeter. And that time, Easton Buss will oblige.
Drive to the right side. Here's an answer from Sims. Too strong, and the 3 goes off the backboard and out of bounds.
Oh, man, that was right on line. We had a good angle from our seats. It was just a little strong, a little heavy. Found the back of the iron.
Inbound by Buss. Hudson Vetrovsky walks it up the floor. No rush here if you're Freeman. Vetrovsky steps left. Buss to Jennings, and did they sell the foul enough? I think they did. Vetrovsky fell down on the play.
That's a risky play for Vetrovsky to try and pull off there. They're going to get Gronemeyer, but you get into a guy, and I don't want to call it a flop, but you fall to the ground like that, you put the official in the spot. Well, who's going to get the whistle? Who's going to get the call? It could be you.
And in case of Hudson Vetrovsky, it was. Second foul of the ball game on Gronemeyer. Inbound deflected, so Freeman tries again. It goes over to Jennings.
One for Hudson Vetrovsky. That would have been his 5th foul. I was just kind of surprised he got tied up like that right after he checked back into the game.
That would have been a loss for Freeman. Easton Buss with the basketball to Mahler. Mahler fouled by Cam Reynolds. He got a hand in there. So that's 3 on Cam Reynolds now, and I think obviously the team in more foul situation and foul trouble is definitely Freeman when you've got 2 guys with 4.
Right.
But Jeremy Sims has 3 with 3 as well.
It's okay. It's okay if you're a Falcon fan. You got it.
Yep. To the right side, Mahler. Back up top to Hudson Vetrovsky. Inside, 3.5 minutes to play into it. It's a 1-score game, but Freeman looking to change that on this possession and force Tri-County to make a late comeback. No look pass. Buss steps out of the 3. Mahler makes it a 6-point game.
Just fantastic ball movement, working the ball around. The extra pass found Mahler wide open, and we've seen it before. He can drain the 3 as he did right there.
42-36, largest lead for Freeman of the second half. As we're coming up on 3 minutes to play, a 6-point advantage for the Falcons. More next on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Mike Holtmeyer, your Pioneer Seed Wrap with Sunland Seed of Beatrice, and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on X for our full TV broadcast schedule.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
Three minutes to go in DeWitt, and it's a 42-36 game. Colby Mahler with his second triple of the night. He's got 7 points, and it puts Freeman up 6.
Nice cut.
Tri-County's going to need a lot more like that to get something started here in the backstretch here.
Yeah, Kapke set the screen, and right off that, Bales came cutting across the lane, and of course, Drew Sims from the perimeter with a pinpoint pass, finding his buddy coming off that screen.
And the foul was on Mahler, so that's just his third. Strofe inbounds into the top of the key. Bales to the corner. Now it's up top and in the hands of Drew Sims. Bales to Sims. Tried to dribble behind his back and he dribbled off his foot.
Lost the handle there. I think he ran into a little bit more traffic than he thought he was going to see.
And I think they might catch Buss here with a push-off. No, they're going to catch Sims with a reach-in.
That's the right call, but you saw what I saw. Easton Buss, extended that left arm out, kind of gave a shove at the end of that play there. He didn't need to do that. It kind of ran the risk of getting the whistle called on him.
Fouls are precious right now for the Falcons. 2:26 to play. 6-point lead for the Falcons. Freeman has dominated this rivalry, but the only error on Freeman's record last season was a loss to these Trojans at Mudecas. And another foul here against Tri-County. Catch Bales with his fourth.
Now both teams one foul away from putting the other into that double bonus free throw situation. As you mentioned earlier, could loom very large down the stretch here. Just over 2 minutes left.
42-36 the score.
Boy, that was Bales' fourth foul.
Yeah. That's your leading scorer and possibly the leading scorer of anyone that was in the game tonight.
Right.
Coming in at least. Petrovsky shakes off a couple defenders. 2 minutes to go.
Look at the Falcons work the ball around, drain some clock. This is just smart basketball being played right now from Freeman.
And there is no shot clock in C2, and Jim McLaughlin calls a timeout just inside. 2 minutes to play. We'll keep it here, Angie, 42-36. And sometimes a shot like Colby Mahler hit just moments ago, or Dakota Hayner back in the girls' game, those can provide such a momentum shift that it's hard to come back from. Do you see that kind of happening here right now for Tri-County?
Well, it just looks to me like Freeman Falcons, they just have so many different options offensively to work with. They have the shooters on the perimeter that at times have been just lighting the place up, but they never get too far away from attacking the middle of the lane, where Tri-County, they've really been attacking the lane for the most part of this one.
Now, whoever you're going to talk to for the second time tonight, I guarantee you one of the coaches is going to say this was a grinder of a basketball game. And we'll talk with one of them during our Sarpy County Tourism Stay, Play, and Plan Your Getaway at GoSarpyCounty.com.
Those fans having some fun over there. It looked like the gals might have been a little embarrassed behind those two dudes.
Well, 42-36 in what's been a very, very tightly contested, tough game on both sides tonight. Inbound to the corner to Aiden Glanz. We talked about Glanz possibly coming in, and he's in now.
Yep, and Falcons obviously playing stall ball.
And that might have been Jennings hitting the deck there, trying to sell something that wasn't there. Instead, a foul called here on Tri-County. This one against Gronemeyer, and Gronemeyer's got fouls to give. That's his third.
But that's going to put Vertrosky to the line. Not exactly who you wanted to see there if you're a Trojan fan.
He's had a good night. Hasn't scored in the fourth quarter, but he's got 11 in the ball game. Short on the first free throw.
Leaving the door open just a little bit as Caden Bales re-enters the game.
Tri-County's only loss this season came to Johnson Brock.
Oh, that was a big one. That was a big free throw right there.
Trying to avoid having a second loss here to Freeman, but that is, as Andy mentioned, a dozen points for Petrovsky and a big lead of 7 for Freeman.
Yeah, pushing it to a 3-possession game.
Drew Sims throws up a three, an improbable-looking shot, and he knocks it down. And Jeremy Sims calls a timeout. We'll take one with them. 43-39, 1:25 to go in the ball game. Tri-County not going away.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
"15 points from Drew Sims, and he adds 3 more on his second make from deep tonight. And it pulls Tri-County back within very likely striking distance, especially when something like that happens. Caden Bales off the turnover, turns around and puts it in, and it's 43-41.
New ball game now.
1:12 to play, and the pressure is on here. Freeman in foul trouble and trying to maintain this lead, and Colby Mahler puts it in, but before that, a foul called against Tri-County that'll send Jennings to the line.
Yeah, reset it, and I mean, as you mentioned, kind of lucky. What a takeaway there from Caden Bales.
And the foul is on Reynolds, the big man who surprisingly only has 3 points tonight. Jim McLaughlin with a great plan on Tri-County's 6'4" center as Jennings knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, Colby Mahler, the sophomore, 5'11" sophomore, has been doing a lot of defensive work there tonight.
2 for 2.
So reset it. 2-possession game, down by 4.
1 minute to go in regulation. 45-41, Strofe with the basketball. Back up top to Bales. Reynolds misses the layup. Second effort, good for Kapke.
Big moment there for Kapke. Keeps working the glass, a 6'2" senior.
Inbound thrown up floor and a timeout called by Jim McLaughlin. 39.8 ticks remaining in this one and a 2-point game. This lead was up to 7 for Freeman, but nobody expected that to last, did they?
I don't think so, and he didn't feel good about it. If you're a Freeman fan, that's for sure. That was a good time out there from head coach Jim McLaughlin. Was getting kind of frantic. So what's going to happen here is Tri-County is going to really try to pressure the ball, get a takeaway before half court. If the ball does get to the other side, that's where Freeman can bet on Tri-County administering a foul and hoping they miss. So if you're the Freeman Falcons, you want to get the ball, be strong with the basketball, and once it finds half court or beyond, get the ball to one of your shooters. Easton Buss, Vertrosky, somebody that can seal the deal for you from the charity stripe.
40 seconds to go. And the inbound by Buss to Mahler. This is Easton Buss in a foot race with Sims, and he's fouled by Reynolds, so that's his 5th.
It's going to bring Gronemeyer back into the game here. You're exactly right. That's the 5th foul on Cam Reynolds.
And Taden Gronemeyer comes in. Round of applause from the Tri-County fans here for the 6'4" senior center who's done for the night.
Yeah, he's been a warrior through and through.
Yeah, just 3 points, but he's had a good defensive game as well. Buss free throw, good.
Okay, up by 3. Each one of these free throws just mean a little bit more,
right?
You know.
Second, good as well. 8 points in the ball game. 11 points in the ball game. 8 in the second half for Buss. Strofe to the left side. Sims to the corner. Bales for 3. Way off the mark, but the rebound is picked up by Kapke. It hit the top of the backboard. There was no call. Sims over to Strouf. Strouf for 3. That one off the mark. Still loose. Rebound picked up. Back out to Sims for 3. And he hits. 47-46, the inbound, and Tri-County is going to run out of time. The Trojans win it. The Falcons win it. The Trojans had the shots they needed at the end. They got the look. Unfortunately, the free throw shooting for Freeman gives them the win, 47-46. It does not get much more exciting in Southeast Nebraska, and it's a group of teams that could meet again in just a couple days at the Mudecas tournament. 47-46, the final. We'll recap it next. Andy Klassen with coach and player.
The first time I ever took prescription opioids is when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I think I was 16 years old. I must have gotten a 30-day script. I took them all in 3 days. I was stealing from people, buying substances on the street. I look back at that time with a lot of shame. That's not who I am. Opioid use disorder is not a moral failing.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. And we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Welcome back, everybody. Back at Tri-County High School, joined now by winning head coach Jim McLaughlin. Survived a close one on the road. What are your initial thoughts, takes away?
You know, I'm really proud of the kids. We haven't been, like a lot of these kids maybe haven't been in that situation. You know, we didn't handle it the best, but we had a little bit of a cushion, and then, you know, the kids figured out, you know, making free throws at the end is really important. You know, we defended well enough to have them run about 30 seconds off on that last make, and that was huge. So I'm really proud of the kids. You know, for a situation they haven't been in before, they handled it really well.
Well, you talk about that cushion in that first half. Your guys' offense was just operating at such a high level. Tri-County was doing everything they could, going from a zone, man to man. What were you guys seeing out there?
Well, I thought the kids really responded to the challenge. We told them they got to be aggressive. We can't play on our heels. Tri-County's a terrific defensive team. You know, I thought Hudson set the tone for us early about attacking, and we had guys make shots, and shooting's a separator, and that was a big part of tonight's success was Colby Mahler, even at the end, hitting that three to cushion it to 6 was really big, especially when they go down and knock down a couple to respond. So,
what is a big win? Like a rivalry type of game atmosphere here, heading into the Mudecas tournament. You don't want to look ahead, but now you can. You got this one under your belt.
Yeah, no, you know, we talked to the kids. I mean, that's a group that knows how to win. You know, we know how to win. I think, you know, combined record of 17-4, a couple ranked teams. You know, and so, you know, it's going to be a game of competing, and every possession matters. And I think that's what we can take into Mudecas is just the possession by possession mindset that you have to have, and you got to get over a mistake and move on, and just really proud of the guys, this guy especially. So,
well, that's where I wanted to go with it, Coach. Tell me about your guys' player of the game, Hudson Vertrosky. Could have named a number of guys. Yeah. He was one of your leading scorers with 12 points, 4 boards.
Yeah, no, I think when Hudson's aggressive and Hudson plays well, we're really good. And I think he knows that, and he knows how valuable he is to the team. And, you know, we got a number of guys that can shoot it, and we shot it really well tonight. So, you know, we're tough when we can do that, and you know, just kind of neat to see us get to this point where we can beat somebody on their home floor. So,
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Hudson Vertrovsky. You're Johnny on the spot, making play after play, 12 big points. What are you seeing out there that was allowing you to get to the rack?
I mean, all of them, they're really good at help defense. You know, when we drive, we know that they're going to come over, give them a pump fake, and they're jumping every time. Just got to attack and look to score.
Was that one of the mindsets moving in, was like, we know they're aggressive defensively, let's maybe take advantage of that?
Yeah, we know I'm a good driver. All of us are good drivers. We know we can all take it to the rim. We know that they're so tough defensively that if we just, collapse their defense, it's over.
Talking about your toughness, what happened there? You got something going on under your nose.
I went up on the layup. I got elbowed in the nose, got a bloody one. We're good, though.
Speak to the physicality, because both you guys are really getting into one another. Tri-County, Freeman, it seems it's like that every time.
Oh, yeah, this is a big rivalry game. I mean, every time we play them, we got bloody noses, bruises everywhere. We're just really two physical teams.
I asked Coach, I'm going to ask you. Holidays are behind you. You come out with a big win on the road. What does this do for your guys' mindset moving forward?
Oh, this is really big, really big. Yeah, I think at the holiday tournament, through 2 games, we only hit 2 threes. So win versus Southern, win versus here, just really, really good for our confidence heading into Mudecas to just see the ball go through the hoop on the 3 behind the arc.
Congratulations on a great win. Good luck moving forward.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All righty, Jay, let's send it up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Partner in your everyday since 1975. Woodhouse.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Welcome back to Tri-County High School, where Freeman completes the sweep of the Trojans. They win 47-46 on the boys' side, 39-35 on the girls' side. Let's take a look at how we got to 47-46 in the highly contested, highly looked at ball game tonight. Our top plays brought to you in part by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com. Bus for 3. Owen Bus knocks down a big-time 3 from the top of the key, and that was also an and one there as well. Didn't make the free throw. How about off the bench? Taden Gronemeyer, a baseline drive, lays one up and lays one in. And then on a couple of plays later, how about Gronemeyer again? Same play, just a different side of the floor. Lays it up and in the third. This one was highly contested and very tight in the second half. This was a big-time 3 that almost made the lead feel a little insurmountable for Tri-County, the 3 there by Bus. But Drew Sims had himself a night, 15 points. He knocks down a triple, keeps Tri-County right in it to the fourth quarter now. Baseline drive, Bus lays it up and in. Owen Bus with a bucket there. He had 11 in the ball game, 8 in the second half. Colby Mahler, another one that made it feel like Tri-County might be done for. Colby Mahler hits the three, but they were not. How about Drew Sims again? Steps to his right, even off a dribble, and kind of double clutch there as well. Knocked down the three. Here's the final play of the ball game here. One of the final plays, I should say. Caden Bales gets the steal off the inbound, lays it up and in. And here's the final play. Here's the three by Drew Sims. Knocks it down. Clock still runs. Tri-County, all they need to do is get a steal here. Freeman doesn't even have to inbound, so they run out of time, and the Falcons win it to improve to 8-3. 47-46 is the final. Saying good night from DeWitt, Nebraska. For Andy Klassen, I'm Jake Bartecki. We'll talk to you next week. He and I will be back for the Mudecas Championships beginning on Friday and Saturday. Maybe we'll see one of these two teams here again. We'll have to see. Tri-County falls tonight. Freeman completes the sweep. We'll talk to you next week.